Today's video is a my Husqvarna 560 XP. I went to use it on a job the other day. Actually, it will be on my channel. The two white cedars we took down. Started it, fueled it up, oil and two-stroke. Sorry. Started it up and tested the chain oil, and it wasn't oiling. So we're going to have it apart and have a look and see what the problem is. Yeah, so thanks for coming back to the channel. Please subscribe, like, comment and share and all that other stuff. Yeah, so as I said, went to test it just to make sure it was oiling before I went up the tree, and it wasn't oiling. Tried to take it apart and have a look on site, but I was limited tools with me, so I couldn't have the clutch off or anything like that. All I'd got was combi spanner and a couple of screwdrivers and stuff. So the bar was cleaned the bar out and checked all that, and it didn't seem to make much difference. So we're gonna have it apart. Now I've got all the correct tools with me and see what the problem is. This was the first 5 Series chainsaw I bought. I've had this saw a long time, and she's been a good bit of kit. Full wrap handle. That's why I wanted it for when we were in the tree for chogging down, because it's just easier having a full wrap handle when you're in the tree. But as usual, when you come to need these things, it doesn't want to work. So I'll plug out. Right spanner. We'll get the clutch off and we'll have a look and see, pump and the worm gear and everything, and see what's going on. Gotta find the piston stop. Don't know if it's over there or whether it's in here. I would imagine it's in here. And of course my on-site toolbox I normally take with me, I forgot to load that morning. Of course I hadn't got any of the correct tools with me. I'll maybe towards the end of the video we'll go through this box and I'll show you what I carry when we're on site. Piston stop in. So one bigger than the other, or are they the same size? It doesn't seem to be stopping a lot, does it? There we go. Right, want a hammer? And just give it a bit of a shot. Don't think that did it. Oh, that's tight on there. There we go, that's got her. Make sure you can see that alright. You can't really see that with a wrap handle, can you? I'll show you a bit closer up. So on these clutches, well, that's got a bit hot by the look of it. On these clutches, it has, you see by the light, an off. So you put your screwdriver in there and give it a whack and that undoes it. But as you can probably see, that's got a bit hot. whether we've melted something. Obviously that's your rim and your sprocket. Needle bearing, which wants a new one by the look of it. And we'll have to do that. Get a new needle bearing for that. Now, here is the pump assembly and your worm gear, which this is what drives the pump. Now that looks warm to me. In the middle. See how that their spot top and bottom are sticking out, but the middle's not. The middle's all worn. So I think that might be our problem. But this is well overdue a clean out. So we'll get it stripped, get it cleaned. I have got another 560 down there on the shelves. It's an old customer of mine. It was Piston and Pot. They put straight petrol into it, so I've got it for parts. Because I think they went and bought a new one, or said they didn't want it, or whatever they were going to do. So we have got that for parts if need be. Yeah, we'll give this a good clean up. And then, yeah, get back to you. Right, just giving that a quick blowout. And while I was giving it a clean, I noticed that the pump is loose, look. So, yeah. And I've also noticed, Phil, whether you can see that or not, there, we're missing the AV rubber. So, don't know what's gone on there. It's an absolute disgrace for one of my own personal saws to be in this state. Absolute disgrace. Alan Keys. Part. I don't know whether you can see much. Need to work out my camera angles. I would have put you on the other camera so I could have mounted you on top of the bench so you could have seen directly, but the battery's dead on it. It died this morning when I was filming another video, so I need to invest. Why is that? That bolt's really tight, but the pump's loose. Where was I going? What was I saying? Yeah, so I need to invest in some more batteries for the Insta360 Pro. So we can do a bit more filming on that. I don't know whether there's much difference between the camera filming and the phone filming. Most of my filming is done on the phone. It's just handy to have another camera, different angles, do different things. Whether there is any difference or not, I don't know. Right, so that is our pump off. That hasn't been driving for a while by the look of it. Not sure why that's loose like that. That's been loose for a while, that pump, because it's rubbed on there. Let me show you. It's rubbed on the crankcase, look. Just here. It's been rubbing. It's been loose for a while by the look of it. Get this pipe out. Well, that's not blocked from the tank then, is it? That's not blocked. Now we've got oil everywhere. So I think what we'll do just to stop that draining the tank. Is we'll get the other one stripped out and we'll take, if the worm gear and everything is okay on that, we'll take the pump and the worm gear off that one and put it on this one. Just got to get to it now, that's the next thing. That is that. So this is the second one. As you can see, it's been sat around on the shelf for a long time. It's covered in all sorts of crap. This is a part saw, because again, the piston and pot are knackered on it. So we will get it stripped. Your order has arrived. This tech session will end in 5 minutes. What the hell is that about? No idea. Anyway, yeah. So where were we? What were we doing? Taking this apart. That's what we were doing before you were distracted. Right. Put that down there. Wait for a minute. Top off. Oop. Wrong tool. Piston stop out of mine, put it in this one. And then same again. Try not to knock the camera over. Whee! That one flew off. That's a 2011 one, that one. That's one of the original 5 Series. Yeah, there you go. That needle bearing. Right, there's our problem. Now, can you see? That is the one off the part saw. And that one is the one off of mine. It's not very easy to see, but that middle section of my worm gear is gone completely. So, that's our problem. What I might do is change the pumps as well. Because, yeah, you might as well while you got this far. because that my pump is obviously been worn and is loose because it's been rubbing on the housing, so we might as well change that while we're here. I think this is the first proper problem I've had with these saws. They've been pretty good. Right, that's that pump then. I'll put this pump on. I know the saw doesn't work, but there's no point in chucking it away, is there? I don't understand how it came apart, but it won't go back together. Come on then, off you come. Come on, what is your problem? Thank you. Probably people are going to say, oh, why are you wasting time putting the parts all back together? Just so I haven't got bits in the workshop everywhere. Alright, don't put the broken worm gear back on the don't put the working worm gear back on there. Is my needle bearing better than that or not? Yes, my needle bearing a lot better than that one, so we'll put that one on. We'll just grease it up when it goes back on. Put that back on there. Yeah, I'll put that and put my clutch back on. That's the parts off that one then. Get back in there. There's no point in doing it, but I might as well. Oh, the other thing I want after while I'm here then is that. It's not rubber. I'm not sure how to get off. looks like a bit of a buffer, I think. That's all. It's nothing. Never taken one of these off before, so. I end up splitting it, I bet, and I'm going to have to buy a new one. Nope, managed to get that off in one piece, so that's good. I'm not going to bother putting the bar and chain back on it because it just takes up more room on the shelf. That bar and chain can go up on the rack. There's a spare for whatever. Put the right side cover back on. HTV back on. All the time. Yeah, so that is that. Can you spot what's different on the bench? Can't do a job without a decent cup of tea. Right, mine back on the bench then. We've got to clean this pump off, which I will do quickly. So pump back on then. Back in there, on like that. These are your two pump bolts, two Allen keys. I don't think I bolted the pump back on the other saw. Oh well, it's a part saw. So why have I got two sets of pump bolts? That's why. Somewhere I've got some needle bearing, some grease, needle bearing grease for these saws up on the shelf somewhere, I think. There you go, that pump's not moving around now, so that other pump must have been worn. Yeah, the pump size. So, new worm gear back on. Nice to use that. I don't know who that is. Will it show me on here? Yeah, no, that's fine. That's just all of that. That doesn't matter. No, never mind about that. Bit of bearing grease, which I haven't got much of by the look of it. Get some more. This is should be part of your regular maintenance for the saws. Is taking the clutch off, cleaning it, and greasing the bearings, and checking plate and sprockets and wear and rims and stuff like that. So This is a sprocket. That's your clutch drum, sorry. That's your rim sprocket, which is different from a, what am I trying to say? Different from a normal, well, it is a normal one, but you know what I mean. So on the chainsaws, you have an inboard clutch and an outboard clutch. So these are outboard. Some of the 3 series are inboard. I think all the 5 series are outboard. Don't ask me why and what the difference is, I don't know. Some makes are inboard, some makes are outboard. So yeah, I'd like to go back on. This plate to go back on. Clean that up. Where's my bolt for that? Bolt to go back in there. That on there. Make sure you put the clutch on the right way round and we've got it the right way. Just put the stop back in for a second. You don't really need to stop back in, it's just make sure that you've got it tight, which it is. Plug back in. And then we've got that AV mount, AV rubber to put on. Bar and chain back on and see if it's done the job. Which hopefully it has. Back on. Oh, I haven't got the cover back on properly. There we go. Right, put the grease away. So what's left of that doesn't get squirted all over the bench. Squeeze that on somehow. There we go, that's got that bit of a buffer on, back on. There we go, it says that a lot in the videos as well. There we go. And one good thing about the outboard clutches is you can put the bar on and the bar will rest, and then you put your chain on. But with the inboard clutches, like the 3 120s are right pain. You've got a 46-inch bar that you're trying to wrestle with, and a chain to put on, and you've got to hold it on right on the end, out here, hold it round the sprocket of the bar, and then you've got to try and get it on the clutch. Oh, it's almost a 2-person job. Which last time we did use the 3 120, it was a 2-person job. But I will show you a top tip with these. Make sure that the chain is back in the rim sprocket, because sometimes it goes underneath it and then it's just driving all the time and it just makes a mess of everything. And the other top tip with these saws, which always used to make me laugh when we were at college, they hadn't long brought out the 5 Series, so the college bought 4 or 5 550s. With these, when you take the side cover off, you have to take the chain brake off, because once this is locked, you can get the side cover off, but you can't get it back on, and you have to put it in a vise, and you have to get a pair of pliers and a screwdriver and try and lever that off to get the side cover back on. The amount of lads at college that couldn't work that out and spent ages trying to put the side covers back on, and then realised that the chain brake was on. And because I was the only sort of mechanical knowledge, it was always my job to reset them in the workshops, so it was always good fun on our practical days when we were doing chainsaw work. Actually, you can see on the channel, on my channel, this channel, some videos that I did back at college. That was a long time ago. I think I did I'll have to have a look back on the channel. I'm pretty sure there was a cross-cutting video on there. Bit of hedge cutting, stump grinding we did. I think there was a chipper video on there as well when we were at college, and some other bits and bobs. But that was before I started doing YouTube properly. That was just, I chuck a couple of videos up there just because they're on my phone. Yeah, that's right at the beginning of my videos. So yeah, have a look back. And you can see some of the things we got up to at college. Right, shall we go for the startup and see if she's oiling? We'll bring you down here. Now, if she is oiling, you'll be able to see a line of oil on the block of wood. Well, there she goes, guys. There we go. As you can see, she is oiling a treat now. So, you saw from that clip, she is oiling a treat now. If you like this video, if you have the same problem, Husqvarna 560 XP not oiling, there's 2 or 3 problems that you could have had. As I said in the video, worm gear, pump, blockage in the line, there is a filter in the hydraulic, in the chain oil could have been blocked. Luckily it was just the worm gear for me, and I thought, well, I got it apart, might as well replace the pump. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and shut. I can never say it every time. Please like, subscribe, comment and share. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.